Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. We got stuff, kinda, going, kinda. But we need more. More resources, more power. Seems to be very consistently inconsistent. Every 3 minutes. It's like the, that can be just the, look over here at this. Fulgora. Day-night cycle is 3 minutes. So, that's what's happening there. So it's like lightning storms are more likely same time every day. So we either need to be able to hold on to that power, because it drains out quickly, or have more accumulators. I don't know if larger spikes here would really solve our problem currently. We also need to make accumulators for the science here, so in theory, could be useful. Another thing I want to try, though, is to place down more lightning rods all over the place. Need more medium power poles. Looks like we need more medium power poles. Just to cover the whole situation. Making sticks, I guess. We got a stick maker here. Sticks. Okay. We also need to make that make itself too. I need more than that even. Anyways, let's start by covering more of this area. Some more of these lightning rods. To, in theory, get more lightning hit. And power poles, connect things. Next question. How much can we get it to over here? It's like the edge of here. With some good old long big power poles. If we cross there. That solves that. That is definitely an option, going that way. Other area, more things. More opportunities to get struck by lightning. And we still have this entire rest of this side we can also put stuff down on. Connect it in some fashion here. We get struck by lightning. That's okay. Just keep on just kind of expanding. The general vibe we're going for here. Does this area over here particularly need to be protected from lightning? Perhaps not. That's something. Go to this corner here. So it's going to damage over there. That's fine. We can also get rid of all these cliffs and such too. That's entirely possible. Definitely get these pretty far away from each other before the larger holes become available. Right, that's something. Let's look all these up. You can even do this more with long power poles. That can also be an option. At least somewhat. Just barely not enough reach there. Let's hook this all up together. We can do something. These all up. It's a little bit too far. We need bigger power poles. Then we're talking. So this is from using all the medium poles at least. I guess. Hook all this up. We also have the oil over here. This is just one of the natural Fulgurian lightning attractors, which cover a lot more area than our lightning tower guys do. It's definitely something. I do need to hook power together here too. Would obviously be beneficial. And here. And over to here. And one right here. How are we looking? It's all connected, at least. It's good to me. Okay. So that should be giving us a little bit more power here. In theory. See if it fills the accumulators more. Accumulator charge is between 500 and 0. How full are you? Looking full. Also depends how much stuff it's doing too. So it's going. Okay. You guys out of ore? Fantastic. No mineable resources. That's what I like to see. That was the whole goal of setting this whole thing up, so. We can get rid of all this. Move this scrap down to the other section, I guess. I need some space for that, though. All the stuff in the boxes. Right over here. Go. Let's move this scrap better. Still need more steel for more steel chests over here for right now, though. So, give me some of those. How many boxes do we have? 6. Let's just not have too much. Might be about right. Place these down for now. If we need more steel boxes, we can make more. That'll be fine. Entry's full. We also have the other piece here too. Fine. Accumulators are accumulated. You'll have to see it. Don't need those in there. Let's get this bunch out of the way. Okay. We do still have this whole scrap mine here too. Also still doing stuff. It's currently feeding everything, so it better be. Alright. I just need to expand everything too, essentially. That one, this one, and this one. And this one's almost full. Looks like we will need a little bit more in terms of space. Full again. Okay. Well, we're going to need some steel for that. Steel box is getting a little full. That's a continuing concern with the current setup we have here. If there's enough space. If it's not, it will clearly show us. Probably could try something with, like, circuit networks or something to check to see how much space things are using. Anyways. It's circuit box. That's fine. Okay. Pick up all our stuff again. There we go. Well, we sure have some stuff. Where's all this ore I can put in here? You do your best. I hope piles of different things here. How many of these are you making? A couple more. We'll need a couple more of those, that's alright. And over here, got these. Supercapacitors can just put into that box, that's fine. Got all these low density structures. Some more scrap again. This is mostly working. At the current rate of things, I suppose. Alright. So. Next thing that we need is specifically down here. It looks like it got through almost enough. But it does need more electronic circuits. We do have a whole pile of electronic circuits happening over here. We're out of electricity again. I guess power really is the first problem we have to kind of face here. Just getting a few more power rods here. Not been too much. Looks like I can store a little bit of energy on the network for a little bit, but it doesn't last too effectively. Our base production is not great. We do have a tank of water and solid fuel, though. And a lot of solid fuel, by the looks of things. So we could maybe try to get some steam power going here. At least something. At least something. There's a lot of pipes we need to manually make here. My goodness. Man. Steam power could be beneficial. We need some more pipes after we make all these pipes, too. Let's have some pipes. Alright. I'm gonna take the water over from here. I'm gonna put it in the middle of this. A bit further this way. There's also maybe we might need to do some stuff here, so let's put it wherever. We're also gonna need to bring stuff to put in, specifically the solid fuel. Bring that over, so we'll start with something like that. Here's these. 6 is not a huge amount, but it's at least a starting power system. Solar panels really don't do too well out here because of how far we are from anything. And so that's not the best strategy. All things considered. Let's pump the water straight from over here. There's water. Need some more belts. Make that happen. That's what we have the belt factory for. That's working. Okay. Now we need to get the solid fuel to go over here. Box. Get the solid fuel out. And the solid fuel. Go in somewhere. There's solid fuel. And then we get this all put in. Just making use of all the various resources we have here. Is gonna send enough solid fuel. Once it actually can move back and forth in order to keep putting more in. Let's make more power. Look at the power graph here. Here is the steam engines. Right here on the side. I'm definitely helping. It's not a huge amount though. Definitely probably going to need more than that. There's some ruins. Look at that. Okay. Is that enough to do something here? There's the spike from the lightning strikes for today. Doesn't look especially larger than other strikes or anything. Currently not outputting any from here because it doesn't need it. Or something. That's alright. More of the gears are getting taken up in to make more of these. That's fine. Let's see. I do just want a recycler. Turn in some of these gears into iron. That's an idea. Recycler. Here. Here. Iron comes out here. This goes over into here. If we can produce enough iron via this system, that'll start doing something here. Also use up all these gears. By the looks of things, we might need a better inserter for this. Bulk inserter. That's more. It's only one side, though. We can do better. The current state of things. One for you. There you go. More gears. For turning into gear stuff. And also for turning into iron stuff. I'm gonna start filling up boxes with more iron here. Might be the worst idea either. Just a little bit more though. Good to have a surplus. See how many of these gears we use up though. The more we use the better, honestly. Right, this is getting almost full. We're producing just barely enough with these steam engines to do something here. Maybe. Power, not generating power. There's a lightning strike, and then it doesn't generate any for a little bit. It keeps on going again. We can kind of tell if things are working if the accumulators don't constantly run out of charge. With this new source of iron, I'm more inclined to be able to increase this again here. Should I have space for? It's another 6. Need more stone for that. Well, we got that. Literally in a box here. 6. And then some pipes. Okay. We can keep expanding this a little bit further. Get more power going. We have all this solid fuel. Might as well do something with it. Give that a thought. Although it is still mostly used in the lightning. It's more of a backup here too. Which is also good. Okay. I just need to make... I mean, I guess we don't need to make all these gears. We literally have a pile of gears. We got all this iron that we're getting from gears, and we're turning it back into gears. Maybe not the best, most efficient use of resources here. That's okay. Yeah, it'll all work. Roughly. Let's make last 5 of these here. And then more. Which also need more. All the other pieces too. This one. And if we don't place this down, it needs to stay on the cursor here. And those. There you go. There. Now I need some more pipes. produce the power we need for our things we're doing. Until we continually increase the amount of things we're doing, and it needs more. Looks like the low-density structures line is kind of being finished here. Turning into copper and plastic steel again. Good amount of copper there. I'll use that for other things too. Next thing I wanted to do though is get... Is this even getting to here? Or just I'll put it in the box? That's fine. Want to get the electronic circuits down to the belts here. So I can keep making everything I want them to make. I'm going to take a couple circuits here. Splitter. Filter. Electronic circuits to the left. That work? Not really. Left filter electronic circuits. There you go. Don't really need the batteries here with that too, so that's fine. That just needs to get down to here essentially. Just making it more spaghetti, that's fine. If it works, it works. And it kind of does, so. Yeah, it works for me. I suppose we should make this filter iron plates here currently. Let's take these iron plates out, put them in here. I'll solve that. Let's see a good amount of that. Circuits on here. Now loop around all of this. Get to everywhere it needs to be. Fantastic. Okay. Make those splitters. Love to see it. We have this box which is filling up with advanced circuits. This box is filling up with steel. Not currently exactly where it needs to be. We also have the box of advanced circuits and steel over here. And also copper cables. This is stemming the tide of solid fuel. Perhaps slightly. Concrete box is basically entirely full. That's another thing we need to deal with here. Cap. Solid fuel is... Looks like it is... I mean, also if the solid fuel is going down, that's also slightly a problem. Because that means we're not producing enough to currently run the stuff. We got this many boxes full of things. We up production. It's also going to be better, I guess. We got low density structures and ore that we could use for other things though, so it's going. We're getting some more things here. All using up, making stuff, doing things. That's good. Okay. Looking into what we're really here for, which is the electromagnetic science pack. We need to make accumulators somewhere. And what will that take? Iron plates and batteries. Well, we are making iron plates down there. And the batteries are over here. I just need to get to the iron plates with the batteries. Make some accumulators. We'll send some batteries off in a direction here. Like over here or something. And then we'll send some of the iron plates also in a direction. It's going to be only iron plates from that current location. We got some stacks of iron plates. How fun. Look at some machines. Making accumulators. We also made an electromagnetic plant. That would give us bonuses. If I do that. We can also make solar panels, the lightning rods, beacons, quality modules, power poles, all this stuff, and the discharge defenses. And probably other things once we actually research them. So, there we go. You can put all that stuff in there. Take out accumulators. There are a slightly larger system here. Let's take a little bit more. Okay. That kind of it then? And everything we need? Supercapacitors, accumulators, electrolyte, and solution. So those would be over there. Get that. Run up this way. We put supercapacitors and accumulators just on a belt heading upwards. That mostly solve the problem here. I don't think we particularly need a box full of these. If we were just to put this on its own kind of thing here. There you go. Supercapacitors and accumulators. Okay. We'll send that up-ish. Try this on this side here. How strange. Supercapacitors and accumulators. This can only be made in more electromagnetic plants. Let's play these. I mean, the situation is going to be how does it take the different solutions here? Something like that. There's going to be a lot of different pipes. We're going to need more pipes. Okay. So it's going to be pipes and stuff in, stuff out. Hook it up to stuff. Very great. Not quite. Okay. Those. We are going to need more of this over here too, which is slightly awkward. And then we need the ins. It's going to probably need to be, I mean, we got space, we could do underground connections. Then have a space to actually have it close by still. That's probably still fine. Another cliff right there. We absolutely could get rid of those. Wouldn't even be a problem. We got down, down, over. Over here. Onto a belt. And into a box, essentially. Here. Okay. Hook it up. Hook it up. Hook it up. Hook it up. And power for you. It's getting the tiniest amount of the holmium solution here. And that makes a singular electromagnetic science bank. So that is working. Only problem is the amount of solution that's being made. Which all comes down to the amount of ore that's being made. Which all comes down to the amount of scrap that's being scrapped through. So, essentially, this is working. This is not reaching here anymore. It'd help if it did. Put it on the right side? Yes, it does. Okay. So we get double the accumulators being made here. Okay. So yeah. At this point, it is making the packs. Let's set up another one here. Just select these. Rotate it again. Put in the additional bits. Liquids. Stuff. There you go. So we can keep on scaling this up. Having to scale everything else up. What else are we the most missing here? We need electronic circuits over here. We changed this. How many left? Okay. We can't do that then. Only filter to that side then. That's not quite right. So we need to get only those in here. We do another here. And this one can output priority filter electronic circuits. And then this one only send those and a couple batteries taken care of. Okay. So that's gonna get those to here. That's gonna make the supercapacitors. They're also needing more of the plates though. A lot of the stuff is using the holmium solution. This needs the holmium solution, this needs the plates need the solution. Just a matter of getting more of that ore. How is this mine doing? Down to 120,000? So we're definitely going to need plenty more scrap coming in. We do have this mine down here with 14 million scrap. That's probably a larger, just base quantity of it. I have to look into trains and moving stuff across the oil oceans here. But in general, we're making the science now. At least a little bit. At least a little bit. Definitely need plenty to send off for research purposes. And also we need to make the rocket still. In general, we just need to up production. Next time. Goodbye.